Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It is your hostess with the mostest, Queen Karizma, and I'm back with another commentary video and Karizma Speaks podcast. I want to thank all of my supporters for their positive comments, for being a positive influence on this channel. I know that positivity is overlooked a lot of the times on the internet because there is an overwhelming amount of negativity. And sometimes we can feed into the negativity more than we can the positivity. All right. So I want to just point that out and thank all of my supporters who genuinely support me, the members of this channel who genuinely support me, and anyone who has good intentions towards me. I just want to thank you all first and foremost. Without you guys being here, I probably would have left YouTube a long time ago. Okay. So it is very important that you continue to be a positive light. All right. So light is important in the midst of darkness. And today I want to get into the dark side of social media for content creators. Now, I'm going to start with just giving you all an overview of my experiences, all right, and what I've learned as a content creator over the past years, and how I'm moving forward to protect my mental health and well-being. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because I did leave a community post on my wall, on my community wall, on my page here. And basically, I want to kind of review that first to get everything started. I do have a few articles I want to also get into as well. And so let's just pretty much hop right into it. Now, just paraphrasing, I wrote a post basically that stated what I feel the current state of social media is, especially and more specifically on YouTube. Okay, but this applies to any social media platform that you're on because more than likely the same things are happening there as well. Now, I basically said that the internet has become a cesspool of ignorant and hateful people who exploit the fact that they can be on the internet anonymously, dumping negative and hateful comments and rhetoric in content creators' comment sections under their videos, under their posts. And this is very draining. And this negatively impacts the content creators' creativity, their self-esteem, their confidence, whether they want to continue posting or not. And I believe that people who engage in this type of behavior continuously, intentionally, and with maliciousness, that they either do know the impact that it can have on the content creator and just don't care, or they are unaware of the negative impact that affects the content creator. Okay, so I'm just going to talk from my point of view, and this is the reason why moving forward, my comment section, there will be no way for anyone to leave comments. All comments will be turned off or paused based on my discretion. If the pause become an issue, then I will just turn all the comments off for all public videos, and we will see if I have to do that for members only video. I wouldn't want to, but I find that this is the only solution at the time for myself to protect my emotional and my well-being altogether, my mental health altogether, because it is very, very overwhelming. And I've been dealing with blocking hateful people, blocking ignorant people, deleting comments, arguing back and forth because somebody writes something to get a response from you so that they can use that to write another comment to get your response. People have just become demonic on here on the internet, and that's just period, point blank. It's a lot of demonic spirits, and it's a lot of lack of common sense, lack of God in their life, lack of positivity in their life, lack of construction and constructive activities and hobbies in their life. So they want to, for whatever reason, dump that negative trash out on whoever they do not like, whatever opinion they do not like, whatever video they do not like, whatever topic they do not like. And they do it behind a computer screen because it makes them feel better about themselves while they maintain their privacy and their mental health and care less for the person that they are targeting. And it's really nasty. It's really dark. Again, this is demon time at this point. I truly believe we are in the last days. Everything that the scriptures have said about the last days is literally here. And they keep on showing me why not being on social media at all is maybe the best for me. And I have deleted all of my other social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social, TikTok, any social media account that you can name, I deleted it. And that has helped me so much. Not only has it helped me, it helped me to realize how much I overshare on the internet. A lot of things are sacred and they should not be on the internet. A lot of people are sacred to me. A lot of my experiences are golden to me. And as soon as you share that online, that's the moment that it loses its value in a lot of instances. Now, social media can be used for good. However, it is rare. Those rare viral moments where someone does good, those rare viral moments when someone helps another person, those rare viral moments are just that, they're rare. And it's few and far in between as compared to the negative viral moments that basically engulfs the internet. And people just think this stuff is funny. This is they're hurting people, destroying people's lives, bullying people, harassing people, targeting people has now become entertainment and it's fun. Defaming people's characters, creating lies, creating hateful groups, creating destructive cults online, right? This has become entertaining for a lot of demonic people and ignorant people. So when I first got online and the negativity, it was a point where I was sharing my experiences regarding the group, the religious group that I figured out from my experience was a religious cult, a destructive hate group. And the trauma that I faced, the lack of support that I faced, and dealing with that alone without having the luxury of affording mental health services, without having the luxury of family knowing what to do. I had to just sit in the trauma and the negativity. And my only outlet, what I thought would be positive, would be helping people, was posting my experiences online. And the amount of hate, death threats and other things that I received in the comment section really took me to a dark place. It made me bitter. It made me enraged. And it made me not care about hurting other people. And that's exactly what I started to do. I started to become that dark person that I never wanted to be. And it's all because I was sucked into the hatefulness on social media. And I take full accountability for that, for what I participated in the past. Even if I wasn't aware of it at the time, even if some things were taken out of context, blown out of proportion, I still engaged in a lot of the things that have affected other content creators and other people. Okay. Now, I'm not saying my opinions, the opinions that I have are my own, so I do not take those back. However, I do take ownership of the behavior that was unpleasant, the behavior that fell, I'm trying to catch my words here, that fell under the lines of cyberbullying, harassment, doxing, things like that. I take full accountability for that. And I have learned from those things. I've learned from my past, and I have grown from my past, not just on the internet, but as a actual person. I've educated myself on what these things are so that I can identify them, so that I separate myself from people who are engaged in that. And I know I still have a lot of work to do. There is a time and a place. There is a way to speak. And I know that now. So this is why I'm talking about it now, because I no longer engage in that behavior. I recommend people look up the definitions of these type of things, because when you have your own opinion, that is not necessarily defamation. Having your own opinion is not necessarily cyberbullying. Having your own opinion is not necessarily targeting or harassment. So people like to throw labels around when they want to silence you as well. And that's something I've also experienced. People who do not like your content, people who do not like you based on how you look, based on your race, based on your gender, they will throw labels at you regardless, without being intelligent enough to know what is what. Okay. So I'm mindful of the definitions of these things that I'm talking about now. All right. And now that I know better, I do better, which is why I'm speaking about this today. I know I may sound a little repetitive, but please just be patient as I navigate this topic, because it's heavy. It's very heavy. And people who are just viewers, who do not put into the platform but want things free. These are the people who want things free, who don't respect the creation process, who don't respect the content creator, who don't respect the content creator's platform. These are selfish, low self-esteem individuals who go on from platform to platform because this is a free platform, and they feel that they are entitled to leave disrespectful comments, to leave death threats, to leave inappropriate comments. And honestly, YouTube do not do enough to stop the hate, because this is what makes their platform more popular. And it's crazy because Google owns YouTube, and if you put in the search bar something questionable, right? They record your searches. If you have something questionable and you get in trouble for that, and you have to go to court for it or whatever, if you're charged with something, they're going to bring up your Google searches, but they do not care about what you do on YouTube, in my opinion. A lot of the time, they do not care unless it's something very egregious. But then they still don't care, because all they would do is maybe remove the video or temporarily suspend the person. But then the person who started all the drama and the chaos is right back online with a new channel, or YouTube decided to let them go ahead and continue being online. And this is what causes a toxic platform, in my opinion. So a lot of the times content creators have to be their own moderators as well. There are people out there who have enough money to have content moderators, and they can look through all the negative dirt and trash that people leave, and they can block and report and remove or whatever. A lot of the times we are working alone. Content creators are working alone, and they have to not only have a creative mind, creative process to create content, a lot of people, but they also have to have a mind to deal with the negativity, deal with the demon behavior, deal with ignorance, unhinged people, people who need real help in real life, who leave hateful and spiteful and racist and threatening comments, and they get to log off like nothing happened and pretend to be someone who they're not in the real world. And this is the dark side of social media for content creators. This affects our mental health. There have been studies on how social media use affects content creators and affects the people who are browsing through it. So quickly, I want to just go over some things that I found. I am on ucdavis.edu, and this is UC Davis Health. They wrote an article regarding mental health on May 10th of this year. It is called, the title is Social Media's Impact on Our Mental Health and Tips to Use It Safely. So I'm just going to read a little bit from this article. All right. And then I am going to end the video. It says, for many of us, checking Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and other social media is a part of our normal routine. In 2023, there was an estimated 4.9 billion social media users worldwide. The average person spends 145 minutes on social media every day. Viewing posts from friends and family across the world can be a way to make you feel more connected. However, social media use has a dark side. Social media can negatively impact our overall well-being by fueling anxiety, depression, loneliness, and fear or missing out. These issues are especially prevalent in teens and young adults. Social media is here to stay and will continue to evolve and become more invasive. If you're spending a lot of time on social media and feeling sadness, dissatisfaction, frustration, or loneliness, it may be time to re-examine your relationship with your online presence. Understanding how social media impacts our mental health and overall well-being is important for yourself and your loved ones. Okay, let's get into the mental health impacts. Social media use may increase feelings of anxiety and depression, specifically in teens and young adults. The addictive nature of social media activates the brain's reward center by releasing dopamine. This is a feel-good chemical linked to pleasurable activities. When we post something, our friends and family can like it. giving us a boost of dopamine. However, when we don't get the boost or approval, it can impact our sense of self and adequacy. Filters. Social media heavily focuses on physical appearance. Many social media platforms such as Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok provide users with the option to use filters on an image. Filters can be great for a laugh, but the ability to easily alter physical appearance and hide imperfections can create false illusions. Constant exposure to altered images can also lead you to feel self-conscious and dislike the way that you look. Fear of missing out. The use of social media increases feelings of FOMO, fear of missing out for many people. Checking in on your friends and family through social media may make you feel that others are having more fun or living better lives than you are. Social media is often called a highlight reel, displaying the best parts of a user's life. However, having access to others' highlight reels can increase our own feelings of dissatisfaction with our own day-to-day. This can impact self-esteem, trigger anxiety, and make us want to use social media more. FOMO can also compel users to constantly check social media so that they don't miss out on what's happening. Cyberbullying. In 2020, 44% of all internet users in the US said they have experienced online harassment. Cyberbullying is when someone repeatedly and intentionally harasses, mistreats, or makes fun of another person by way of an electronic device. It can severely impact self-esteem and mental health. Social media platforms can be hotspots for cyberbullying and spreading hurtful rumors, lies, and abuse that can leave lasting emotional scars. Now, we're just going to kind of wrap this up here. They do discuss ways to safely use social media. A great way to improve your relationship with social media and help decrease the negative effects is to decrease your daily screen time. And here are some tips that they put. Set time limits on social media apps within your phone settings. Designate specific hours for social media usage. Look through your friends and followers list and unfriend people whose accounts make you feel bad about yourself. Find fulfillment and happiness outside of social media. Prioritize in-person connections and activities to help improve your mental health. This can also lead to decreased screen time. Find activities that fulfill you outside of your phone. Hiking, picnics with friends, painting, reading, and things like that. Walking your dog can be great ways to connect with others. Activities you enjoy can also improve your physical and mental health. A positive relationship with social media is personal to you. Take time to evaluate your social media use and how it affects you. Taking any steps to limit screen time or improve your relationship with your phone can positively impact your mental health. It can be hard to know when to contact a professional. If you or a loved one are severely struggling with mental health issues, contact your primary care provider to discuss treatments for anxiety, depression, or other issues. And again, that was ucdavis.edu. Now, the thing about that is not everyone has a primary care doctor. Not everyone has health insurance. There are many people who are poor. There are many people who need this type of services but don't have access to it. They may live far away from mental health facilities or whatever the case is. So a lot of the time, they literally resort to looking for content online to help them with mental health. There's a lot of mental health providers online these days, a lot of doctors, nurses. There's a lot of psychiatrists and psychologists online. And so now people are looking online to fulfill that void of not actually going to in-person healthcare provider to talk about their mental health issues. People think the anecdote is online for whatever illness they may be facing. And so people basically self medicate themselves with these videos. And a lot of the times, these are just videos speaking in general. And these professionals have to leave a disclaimer saying that this is not healthcare advice. This is not mental health advice. This is for entertainment purposes. And so you get right back to the point of not being well and having these type of dark thoughts about social media. Okay. Now, when it comes to content creators, again, things that I mentioned in the beginning of this video are the comments, the ignorance, the hatred, the racism, the discrimination that we face in the comment section of the video. There's a way to leave constructive comments. There's a way to still be positive, but a lot of the time we don't get that. And in my own experience, I don't get that. There are a lot of positive people who leave comments, but they don't leave it enough. And I feel like they are overshadowed by negative comments. And so I just want to be a better person. And by doing that, I have to turn my comment section off and pause the comments. And I think that if you are a content creator, consider all the tools and resources that you have. You can turn comments off. You can pause comments. You can turn the live chat off if that's a distraction. A lot of the times it is, because you have trolls and negative folks, people who've been obsessed and stalking you for years, hopping in the live chats of other people. And these are things I talk against on my platform. I specifically tell and instruct my supporters not to be in other people's chats. I've been doing this for years, not to leave hateful comments, not to engage with people that they do not like. And I even had to put a disclaimer under my video saying that I am not responsible for any person's behavior outside of this platform, because people are going to do what they're going to do, and I cannot babysit adults. I cannot babysit people online. But these are some things that we can do to alleviate the stress from dealing with all this negativity and demonic energy online. So let me know what you all think about the article from UC Davis. I think it was a great article. What do you all think about, and what have your experiences been? I just want you to think about it. Again, the comment section will be off. Hopefully this helps people to consume the content instead of rushing to the comment section to speak or to write something negative. All right. So another thing too, before I go, you can also turn the likes off, because I know that affects people sometimes. There are people who don't like you as a content creator. They will automatically put a thumbs down. They will get other people to do the same, and that can affect you too. Sometimes people let the likes get to them and the likes be like a dopamine, like the article said. It basically triggers your reward center in your brain, just like a casino would when you win a little bit of money. The lights, camera, action, the sparks fly in your head, and you're like, oh my goodness, I got this many likes. And then the next day you don't, and that affects you. So let's be mindful of the content we put out, the things that we say, the things that we do, and understand that there are real people who are behind the screens. There are real people who share their experiences. And I'm sure you wouldn't want your daughter, your son, your mother, your father, your grandparents, anyone you love to go through the things that you put other people through, or to be bullied or harassed the way that people do online. And if you have done this in the past, now is the time to consider not doing it moving forward and to really evaluate your mental health, get some help for your trauma, your past pains to heal. And it's always a good time to change and to stop the behavior now and learn how to cope with whatever you're going through so that hurt people don't hurt people. All right, with that being said, everyone, I hope this message helped some people, and I hope that people can get help for whatever they're going through. It's definitely not easy. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great week. I'm out. Peace.